Hey guys, Tylord here with a pickup video, DVDs and video games I found this week. Here inside my pickup cab. I got the sun on me. Sorry if this lighting's not good. I don't know if it looks cool or it looks stupid, but I'm trying to get more sunshine. I had a blood test the other day and my vitamin D is really low. So I need to start taking vitamins, or it's not super low, but it's below what it should be. I'm usually not out in the sun a lot. I work swing shift, so I go to work at 3, and then I'm there all night, and then I go home and go to bed, then I sleep late. So I'm usually not out in the sun that much. My work is indoors, so I don't get a lot of sunlight. I think that's why I have a little bit of a vitamin D deficiency. Sorry to bore you with all of this, but I think maybe that's why I've been sort of lethargic and didn't have a lot of energy. Maybe I don't have enough vitamin D. Create any jokes you want with the vitamin D. Yeah, my blood pressure is good. Most of my tests were good, except for my cholesterol was high and my triglycerides are a little high. So I'll probably have to really start changing my diet. Just because it might just get worse as I get older, so I might as well start now. I usually don't care about what I eat as long as I work out, but sometimes it comes to a point where I'm busy and I don't have time to work out because I'm too busy buying video games and movies. Okay, so anyway, before I get to my pickups, I kind of wanted to do a little mini review on each of these movies I picked up last time. One of them was VFW with Stephen Lang there, a Shudder, one of those Shudder movies. Got it at the Dollar Tree. And then the other one I watched was Whatever It Takes with Don the Dragon Wilson, Andrew Dice Clay, and Fred Williamson. Fred Williamson's also in this one. But I enjoyed both of these. I'm super glad I found these. Like I said, $1.25. Pick this up if you see it at Dollar Tree, or watch it if you have Shudder. I don't really want to pay for another service like Shudder. I guess I could do a free month's trial, but there's so much other stuff I can watch, especially on Tubi. And we already have Netflix, and my girls have Disney Plus. I just don't want to buy another service. My gym membership is only $10 a month, which is good. But anyway, this one, I don't really give too much of it away, but it's highly entertaining zombie movie. They're not technically zombies, but it feels like a zombie movie. The way these guys, these old veterans of foreign war, are locked inside of their bar, and all these crazy like drug addict zombie type people are trying to get in there. They're trying to get to this little girl that stole their a big supply of drugs, and she ran away from them, and she ended up inside of their bar, and they're men of honor. They're obligated to protect her. Most of them are. Martin Cove. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's kind of a sleazy guy, but very likable. and this guy's a killer role for this guy, Stephen Lang. You probably know him from Avatar. He's the mean guy in Avatar, and those new movies, What Don't Breathe, is it called? He was in that old movie, Band of the Hand, I think it was called. He's been around forever, but he's been getting really popular lately. And Fred Williamson's in here. This guy, William Sadler, is really good in it. Fred Williamson doesn't really have that big of a part. Like, he's throughout the whole movie, but he's not really front and center as some of the other guys are. Norm from Cheers is in here. What's his name? George Wendt. And then, also, I didn't know, what's his name is in here? David Patrick Kelly. Warriors, come out to play. I didn't even recognize him at first because he's old with a beard now. So he's in there. All these veterans, these old guys are smashing the crap out of these little punk millennial zombies. It's so satisfying, a lot of it. And the bad guy's a total a-hole. Like I can't stand the bad guy. The actor does a really good performance. You really want to see him get run over by a truck and caught on fire, or set on fire and shot. That's kind of a spoiler right there, but yeah, cool movie. A lot of gore. It looks like a lot of practical effects, like heads blowing up and body parts getting chopped off, bodies blowing up. All kinds of cool stuff. Cool seeing these old boomers in action movies. And the little girl's kind of a little punk kid, but she's kind of likable. She has a little chemistry with the older guys. Oh, there's a young man too in here. He's like a young man that's a veteran, or he's a veteran from the Middle East wars, or from somewhere in the desert, they said. But he's a friend of the old guys, and he does some butt kicking too. That young man, he's a pretty cool character. And then old Whatever It Takes. Man, I really enjoyed this. I watched like every single Don the Dragon Wilson movie. I think the only one I haven't seen now is Crooked. I can't find that anywhere. It also has Fred Williamson, and it has Olivier Gruner and Gary Busey. I think it's like a cops thriller type movie like this, but I can't find that anywhere. But anyway, Whatever It Takes, I kind of want to get the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray now, because I really enjoyed this and watch all the extras. It's sort of a buddy cop movie, and the tone shifts all around. Like sometimes it's funny, like goofy action. Sometimes it gets really, really dark. There's some really, really dark moments in this that I didn't know that a movie like this would go to. But it has that cool 90s look. This is 99, late 90s. It's about trying to bring down these undercover cops are trying to bring down like a steroid dealer ring, and it's Fred Williamson is the mastermind of that. He's the main villain. It looks like he had a lot of fun with this. You could tell, like, he really brought the charisma. I usually don't see Fred Williamson as a bad guy, but he kind of played off this bad guy, like one of those bad guys that think they're not so bad, like they're not really doing a bad thing, and he's always with his cigar, as always. And Don the Dragon Wilson, this is probably one of his best acting movies. Usually, I don't think he's praised for his acting. I've always liked it because he just always kind of plays it straight, kind of like Steven Seagal, but he's got a little bit more charisma than Steven Seagal, I would say. But then the guy that really brings the performance is Andrew Dice Clay. He's like the cop, the other cop, their partners, and that he's pretty funny. I forgot how funny that guy is. He kind of reminds me of like a tough guy, Rodney Dangerfield. Like, he's just relentless with the jokes and the insults. So it has to do with steroids. So there's a lot of bodybuilders and pro wrestlers in this. I saw Ludwig Borga, Tony Helma, that wrestler in here. So there's a lot of wrestlers and bodybuilders, a lot of attractive women, like fitness women. There's the old 90s style gyms with, like, you remember from like the Ico Pro commercials, like that, the way the lighting is, it looks really cool. Like everyone's working out, all kinds of attractive women in their leotards doing all kinds of exercises. Don the Dragon Wilson does a lot of fighting in this. There's a lot of shootouts, so I would recommend this, Whatever It Takes. Directed by Bradley McKenzie. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to get that while it's on sale. I kind of do want to get that Vinegar Syndrome one now. Anyway, on to the pickups. Okay, so I took my recycle cans and the bottles. I had a bunch of bottles, but they weren't crushed, so it took up like 10 cans. I took it to the recycle center, and I got like $58. But with that, I got some movies I've been wanting, and I've seen all of these, so I can talk a little bit about them. FYE, I don't know if anyone else has those in their area, as a music and movie store. It has trinkets and souvenirs and toys and stuff too, but I mostly go there for the movies. They had a special buy two get one free with the used, or buy two get one free. So there were some movies I used with my recycle money. I've been wanting these, but I didn't really want to drop the $15 or $20 what they are a piece. Anyway, so I have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes 25th anniversary here. Doesn't look like it has any special features, but I love the Killer Tomato movies. Every single one of them, especially Return. The second one's my favorite by far. But I like all of them. All of them are relentless with the comedy. A lot of movies I can watch over and over and always laugh, no matter what, no matter how many times I've seen it. And this series does that. Like, and it's not just like 1 or 2 times. Like, a lot of these jokes like hit the nail right on the head for me, and I just chuckle so much with these Killer Tomato movies. That's a Rhino release. I remember they do Mystery Science Theater. Anyway, yeah, I guess this is out of print, so $20 is probably good for it. But I got buy 2 get 1 free, so I finally got Attack of the Killer Tomato. So I have all 4 of those now. And then I couldn't pass this one up. H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator with by a Stuart Gordon film with Jeffrey Combs and the lovely Barbara Crampton. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sort of a modern take on like a Frankenstein type story. So much gore, so much practical effects, so many gross dead bodies and body parts. This guy, Herbert, what's his name? Jeffrey Combs' character, Dr. West. He's obsessed with reanimating dead bodies. And I don't know, he's not really the hero, but he's kind of like an anti-hero, because there's an even worse guy at the university. The head professor's a real evil man. But this guy's pretty evil too, but he's working, he's more like the hero. He's weird though, like some of the stuff he does is unforgivable. but yeah, he's talking his roommate into trying to reanimate corpses all the time. It's such a weird movie. Really good acting though, and really good special effects. And this has all kinds of special features too. It has a commentary track, 70-minute featurette, interview with Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna, the producer. This has all kinds of extras on it, so I'm glad I got that. And then Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive, which I really like. Mr. Tight Whites always knocks this for having it looks a lot like all the sets look like they're fake, like they're a play. It's a play or something, like there's the fog and it looks fake, but I didn't really notice it because the acting is really good. It has the same girl from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I believe. And the guy that wrangled the alligator wrangler is like a really cool role. It's really scary, this movie. I think there's a little cameo. Robert Englund has a little cameo. This pretty much Texas Chainsaw Massacre in this house out on a swamp, and the guy has an alligator under his house, and he feeds him to the alligators. But really in the same vein as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It doesn't have the cool realistic sets. I think that's what made Texas Chainsaw Massacre so good, was it had such a realistic look, and it almost felt like a documentary. This thing doesn't have that, but I still enjoy it highly. And then we got, today I picked up, this was 95 cents. I'm going to put it in my Bond collection. Bond Girls Are Forever 007. Documentary about the Bond girls, photo gallery, a Bond girls timeline. I'm sure I know all of this. I know all their names. Look, there's Halle Berry as Jinx. There's Ursula Andress as Honey Rider. Michelle Yeoh as Wei Lin. And there's Maud Adams as Octopussy. I think there's Maud Adams again as Miss Anders from Man with the Golden Gun. She played Bond girl in 2 different movies. Like, I could go on forever. Like, there's Martine Beswick, who played in 2 Bond movies. This is Zora, the gypsy girl, and From Russia with Love. There's lovely Jane Seymour as Solitaire in Live and Let Die. There's Ursula again. There's Electra King from The World Is Not Enough. Lovely. Oh, there's Jill St. John, one of my favorites. I never cared much for redheads, terrible temper, but somehow it suits you. As Tiffany Case. And there's Pam Bouvier from License to Kill, one of my favorites. Oh, there's the Italian girl Roger was sleeping with at the beginning of Live and Let Die. Her name is Madeline Smith, the actress. I don't think she had a name on the movie. And then there's Thumper from Diamonds Are Forever. Oh, so lovely. And I think this actress, Trina Parks, she's still kind of active in the Bond online community. I watched an interview with her. She's fascinating. And there's old Natasha from GoldenEye. Look at that. I went on for 5 minutes about Bond girls. So this, oh, it's got a music video. Probably nothing you can't find on YouTube. I just wanted to put it in my Bond collection, DVD collection. And then I got a ticker here with Tom Sizemore, Steven Seagal, and Nas, N-A-S. Is he like a hip-hop guy? I'm sure Zomberry or Tight White would know. I'm not really super... I don't know a lot about music or whatever. Artists. So this is Ticker, and I really wanted this because it's an Albert Pyun movie, and he's one of my favorite directors, and I didn't realize he directed this. This is about Dennis Hopper's in here, I guess, and he's a mad bomber, kind of like Speed, I guess, and he has a bomb hidden somewhere, and Steven Seagal and Tom Sizemore are cops trying to take him down. Oh, and this has an audio commentary with producer and director. Very good. So I might try to watch this soon. Got that for 95 cents. Albert Pyun, though, one of my favorite directors. Just to name a few of my favorite movies from the 80s and 90s that he did. He did the Sword and the Sorcerer with Lee Horsley. That it was a sword and sorcery type movie back in the 80s. Really cool. Kind of a low budget, but really nice look. And then he did Cyborg in 1989 with Jean-Claude Van Damme, one of the coolest sci-fi action martial art movies ever made. And then 1990, honorable mention, Captain America. I've always liked the 1990 version of Captain America. That was, Albert Pyun did that. Then Kickboxer 2. I love Kickboxer 2, probably more than Kickboxer 1. Kickboxer 2 with Sasha Mitchell and... Kerry Tagawa, the guy that plays Shang Tsung, is in it, and even Peter Boyle is in it. So it's got a pretty good cast. That old Kickboxer 2 and Tong Po comes back. I think it's way cooler than Kickboxer 1. And then Blood Match, kind of in that same vein. I love that movie Blood Match with Tom Matthews. And then Doll Man with Tim Thomerson. I love that movie Doll Man. Albert Pyun did that. And then Nemesis, he did another good sci-fi martial art action movie with Olivier Gruner. And I think Tim Thomerson's in that too. 1982 Nemesis is a good one. He has a lot of my favorite movies I used to rent as a kid at the video store. Kickboxer 4, guilty pleasure. I don't even want to say it. I feel guilty about it. I like Kickboxer 4. Albert Pyun did that. And there's so many more he's done. So here's another one I got to watch. Okay, and then on to the video games. I actually went in there the right time. I don't know how people passed this thing up that I found right here. But first of all, I found a couple of minor finds, but this is big for me now because I never find anything. Two Towers for PS2, 95 cents complete. I think I already have it, but it's not complete. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this or give it away. I have it on Xbox. I usually mostly collect for Xbox. And then I saw this one, ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. It's by Konami, so I don't know if I looked it up. It's not worth more than 10 bucks, but 95 cents. I thought I'd give that a try. I think that one doesn't have the book though, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. Anytime I and then speaking of football, here, look what Tylord found. NCAA football 2014. It goes for well over $100 on eBay. Oh man, I can't believe, like, I don't know how people don't know about this still. Like, I got in there late and looks like they got a new load of games, like someone dropped off. looks like most of them were picked over, but this is the best I could find, this crap. But then this was sitting in there. I guess people still aren't familiar with this and how much it goes for, which is good for me. So this might go towards my Series X or some more Vinegar Syndrome Blu-rays. Awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, or maybe I should just keep it to be a show off. So excellent stuff. Yeah, so pretty good week for movies, and I'll get to you later. I'm thinking this homeless guy's gonna come ask me for money, so I better get going. Later, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mayor.